This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm Alright Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going viral or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Coming up on this episode, I feel I hijacked this episode a little bit. Brittney just basically sat there and ate chips the whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a lot to get off my chest this week.
You went on a big fucking rant about lots of things. A lot of ranting. If you love a good rant, you're going to fucking love this episode.
Sorry, I had to get a lot off my chest. I talk about my petty gripe with hotel rooms. I've just come off tour. I'm on Do Not Disturb mode, and I'm going to tell you what's got up my goat about that.
Plus, I have a new hyperfixation. What's new? I'm always getting obsessed with something. And this one, you're going to want to hear about it. It's really fucking fun.
Plus, more ranting about slow cookers, social media, and Billie Eilish. I'm sick of seeing her. She needs to go. Oh my goodness, the rest of the episode, all I do is complain. I'm sorry.
Plus, Matt and I have done something that you are going to be appalled by.
Oh, you'll be shocked.
You
Disgusted.
might even unfollow us, and this might be the end of our friendship. It's at the very end of the episode, so make sure you stick around because you're all going to want to hear it and kind of get amongst it, and you'll know what I mean when you get to the end of the episode. So be sure to stick around for that.
Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Good morning, Matthew.
It is a good morning, my darling. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You're finished your tour.
I know.
Officially.
We're done and dusted. Dancing Queen has been parked. My memoir has been shelved and never to be released again until further notice. Things could change in the future, but I had such a good time around the country doing all my shows. It was fabulous. But very excited to be having a rest. I feel like I'm on Do Not Disturb at the moment. I'm in my lazy era. I need a bit of a rest this month. August for me, not much happening. I just want to chill out, just pot around and have a bit of a rest because bloody hell, I don't know how people like Taylor Swift do it.
Oh, honestly.
Because I am bloody exhausted. But it was the most fulfilling and fabulous thing ever, and I'm so glad that I get to do fabulous things like that. So, yes, we're back. Hi, Scrollers. How are you this week? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. I'll tell you what, though, one of the biggest things that I realised when I was on tour, I've got a bit of a petty gripe for everyone, right? About hotel rooms, staying in a hotel. I'll tell you the most frustrating thing about staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
I just have to ask, if anyone works in a hotel, can you tell me why you're so obsessed with wanting to clean my room?
What do you mean?
Oh, when I'm in a hotel, some days I just want one day to do nothing. And I put the little Do Not Disturb on the door, right? Do not contact. I'm in here. I'm resting. I don't want to hear from you. I find when I do that, hotels, for some reason, they don't respect the Do Not Disturb button. Let me tell you, I stayed in a hotel recently and I had Do Not Disturb on. Don't clean my room. I don't need it, okay? The sheets don't need cleaning. I've only been here one night. I don't need fresh towels. If I need fresh towels, I'll call you, okay? This one hotel that I stayed in the other week, they first of all put a letter under the door, as many do, and said, hey, we tried to clean your room. We noticed the light was on. Do not disturb. Don't worry. If you need your room cleaned, call us by 4 o'clock. We'll clean it. I'm like, sweet, good, awesome, no worries. Not calling you. I'm just in bed all day. Don't worry about it. 4 o'clock rolls around. I get a call from reception. Hello, just checking. Did you want your room cleaned? No, that's fine. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Bye. Hang up. I'm like, I've got Do Not Disturb on. Why are you calling me for starters? I've already got the letter.
Do you think it's like a safety thing maybe? Like they're just checking that you're okay?
I mean, you could be onto something there, but I feel like I'll let you know if I'm not okay. You know what I mean? And then a few hours later, a knock at the door. Just a triple check. Do Not Disturb still on? Knock at the door. They're like, hello, just making sure you don't need any new supplies or towels or anything. Aww. No, I don't need anything. Shit you not, half an hour later, a man comes and knocks on the door. I went, are you kidding me? I opened the door. He goes, I just need to do a minibar check. For what reason, darling? Do not disturb is on the door.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
You've contacted me 5 times. Do you really want... Come in, darling. I've got no clothes on. I'm sitting here in my undies. My tits are out. Come in and clean my room by all means. Give me a fresh pair of fucking sheets.
I think the do not disturb thing should be enough for them to know that you don't want anything. And then fair enough, them slipping the letter under. It's like just in case.
Yeah, I get that.
If you like slept in and then you missed them or whatever. But then the call, like that's a bit much. But maybe that's like a safety welfare check. I don't know if it's like part of their protocol that they would have to do that.
Yeah.
Like just to make sure that, you know, you're fine in the room.
Yeah.
But it is giving a bit much. But I wonder, you know, is that something they have to do? I don't know. Or is it just that hotel?
If you work in a hotel, let us know.
Yeah.
Why are you so obsessed with trying to clean my room? Leave me alone. Anyway, I get it. They're just doing their job, whatever. But also, come on. I just felt it was a little bit much. So anyway, that was my biggest gripe with, and if that's my biggest problem with going around the country and staying everywhere, had a fabulous time. We just wrapped up shows, obviously Brisbane, Adelaide, Perth, Melbourne. Stunning.
What do you think of Adelaide?
Love Adelaide.
Me too.
Love Adelaide.
So I went to Adelaide just after you were there, I think.
Yeah,
not that long after. And I flew in. I didn't get there till like 9 o'clock at night. And then I had a meeting at 9 a.m. in the morning. And then I was straight to the airport. So I didn't get to like experience Adelaide that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually fucking stunning.
Yeah.
It's like beautiful and cute. And it almost feels like a movie set, like in the CBD, because it's so flat.
I do feel Adelaide people are very gentle is the word that I would use with Adelaide people. Gentle.
We had like a spare hour before we had to go to the airport, and we went into Mecca in the mall, because you went to the mall too, right? You saw the mall's balls. What's that all about?
Yeah. It's just like that's what you do if you go to Adelaide. You just see the Rundle Mall ball. And now there's a giant pigeon as well. Did you see him?
I think maybe, yeah. We didn't go as far as the balls because we came from the other end.
You didn't go to the balls. You went all the way to Rundle Mall and you didn't see the balls.
Well, we came from the other way, and then we just went, the furthest we went was Mecca. And then met a few girls in Mecca who, they were very nice and gentle, I will say. And then we went to Mac in Maya, or David Jones, whatever it was there, and met the girl there. She was really nice as well. But I don't know, Adelaide just has a good feeling about it, I have to say. Did you get to like go out for dinner or anything there, Matt?
No, on tour,
You just order stuff to your room?
Yeah, I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but show days for me are very stressful and I don't really eat much. I know that's not a very good thing. But I actually try, well, not try, but I just wake up on a show day. I try and have a big sleep in because I want as much energy as possible. The shows are usually, well, they are obviously at night time. So I wake up as late as possible and I just pot around and I try not to eat much because, one, it makes me feel very sick because I get very nervous. You don't understand. Before I go on stage, I am absolutely shitting myself. I have a conversation with myself every time before I go on stage and I think, why am I doing this? I think no one's forcing me to do this. Why have I decided to put myself through this stress? And then, because I'm on stage for an hour. It's just me. And if anything goes wrong, like the entire room is going to know. So it's kind of very stressful. So I definitely have a lot of it. The adrenaline keeps me full in a way. And I'm not saying this is healthy or this is a good thing to do in the slightest, but the stress really takes over and I don't feel hungry because I'm so stressed and the adrenaline is pumping. So after the show, I just like to go home, order food, whether that's room service or from a delivery app or something. And then I just sit in bed and eat and decompress and I just don't even look at my phone and I just sit in silence and enjoy my food.
I love that. Well, I think again, because we landed there so late, like we didn't get to go out to any nice restaurants, but I think Adelaide actually has like lots of cool, like funky restaurants and bars and like some rooftop bars. So I really want to go back and experience it.
Yeah.
It's nice there.
They have really nice wine as well. My favourite, Savvy Bee. You all know I love a Savvy Bee. I had my favourite Savvy Bee in Adelaide when I was doing my shows.
Is it like an Adelaide-made one?
I think so.
Because I feel like most good wines...
It was called Bay of Stones or Ray of Stones or Bay of Stones.
I feel like most good wines, when you're like at any restaurant, when you open the menu, it's like SA or NSW, like Hunter Valley.
Hunter Valley or South Australia.
Yeah.
Wine country.
But Adelaide, I just want to say I love you.
But
it's got a good feeling there.
Yeah, I love Adelaide as well, but not much to do, is there? If you're in the city, because, even Perth was the same. I sort of found myself going, Perth was very strange for me. Perth crowds were wild and definitely the friendliest and most loving, I will say, about the Perth crowds. Perth just loved me and I loved them. But tell me why Subway opens at 11:30 a.m. and shuts at 2 p.m.
Yeah, I remember back in the day.
How's that even a shift?
I remember back in the day, some of you would maybe have been following me for this long.
You lived there.
Yeah, so I was living in Sydney. I was like 22 or 23 and I went to Perth and then I met this guy over there that was like living and working there. And then because I was a YouTuber and whatever, I like then basically lived in Perth with this guy. And that was one of the weirdest things that I thought about Perth was how much things were closed. And this was fucking 8 years ago or something now. So it's probably different, but everything opened really late and then everything shut super fucking early. And then on a Sunday, like good luck if you wanted to do anything.
Yes. So that's the problem is I had my shows. I flew in the Saturday, had 2 shows the Saturday night. So I had Sunday and then I flew home Monday and I thought Sunday I'll, spend my day exploring Perth and doing things. As I said, love to get a delivery or a room service. The room service menu was lacking where I stayed, but I looked at the food delivery. Nothing, literally like 2 places available. Wasn't in the mood for any of them. I was like, well, I'll go and do the groceries. It was about 4:20 in the afternoon. The Coles shut at 5, only opened at 11 a.m. I thought, granted I was in the CBD, so perhaps like if you are... outside the CBD, maybe things are open later, and maybe I get that.
See, I don't get that for places like Perth, because Perth is big, whereas like I'm from Newcastle, but everything's open in Newcastle.
I will
say, and Newcastle's tiny.
The nightlife in Perth was unlike it. It felt like King's Cross in Sydney 10, 15 years ago. It was heaving. The streets were heaving after my shows. I was so exhausted. I was like, I can't go out tonight. But the clubs were, the lines for the club, the nightlife in Perth is thriving over there. Nothing like here in Sydney. I was really surprised. And Brisbane as well. I have to say, Brisbane was so much fun. Like, I felt like I went to the Wickham in Brisbane, gay club, loved it, had the best time. There was
is
actually
that like the pub on the main road and there's like a set of lights near it?
Oh, God. Is that every pub ever? I don't know. But it was so fun and I felt like all the gays in Brisbane were really nice and I just had like the best time in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. And I always have a good time in Melbourne, but I have a lot of friends in Melbourne, so I always have a good time there. But yeah, each place had like a very different vibe for each crowd, but different in a good way, and everyone had like something good about them in their own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Perth was also really drunk as well. A lot of drunk people at my shows, which is fabulous, brings the vibe up in the room, but hilarious. Like, and here's the thing. One of the shows was at 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday, which is quite early for a comedy show. As we've spoken before, some of my shows have been at 9:30 p.m. But 6:30 is quite early. And I thought, I'm unsure how this is going to go. Oh, I felt like everyone in the room was drunk at 6:30, which makes sense because everything over there shut at 2, so they've been drinking ever since. So they were ready for a party. But yeah, it's just funny that each city had some different kind of culture about them. And I really liked experiencing them all. Well, it's time for our Royal Flush of the Week, the best thing we've seen on the internet this week, or sometimes just in general, because Brittney likes to bend the rules here and just talk to us about Aura rings, which, by the way, how's that going?
Yeah, look, I don't have it on right now. Okay, this is only my opinion though. Some people love it. I wouldn't recommend the Aura ring.
Okay.
It's a bit of a novelty thing.
Yeah.
Which, when you look at it, it is a fucking novelty item. I've been forgetting to charge it and wear it. It is good, but then, I don't know, it's kind of like an Apple Watch. Like, you kind of get over it and then you forget to fucking wear it.
So for anyone who didn't hear that other episode, this is a few months ago now, you got the Aura ring.
Yeah.
It tracks your sleep, your steps, your heart rate, all these health things.
Yeah, it's good for all that shit, but then, I don't know, I kind of got over it. But I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I'll put it on again, like next week, and then get obsessed with it again.
Yeah,
kind of thing. But I've got a new obsession.
Okay.
for my royal flush, which I spoke about briefly in another episode of ours, but I don't think it was my royal flush. I don't think.
What was it?
I got the Meta headset.
Oh, yes. You only spoke about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So that's my royal flush. And look, I'm not bending the rules by saying that's my royal flush because I saw people on TikTok promoting it.
Okay.
So it is off the internet.
So this is the Meta one, not the Apple one.
Not the Apple
just
one.
released.
So the Apple Vision Pro thing that you've seen, like it's essentially the same thing.
Okay.
It's a headset. It was like $1,000 and something.
Is it called an Oculus?
Yeah, I think so. But this is the Meta Quest 3. It's a new one. I think Oculus was the number 2.
Okay.
And it's virtual reality. So it's a gaming headset that you put on. You just connect to Wi-Fi to use it. And I was going to bring it today, but then I thought maybe we'd run out of time. I'll bring it another time, Matt.
Okay.
And it's virtual reality. So you get an app on your phone. That's where you can download all the apps for it. But then when you're using it, you don't need to use your phone. You put it on and the screen comes up in front of your eyes. Like you can literally see the rest of the room and then there's a screen. And you use your hands to like tap everything. You can go on Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp. Like you can do everything on your phone on this headset.
That is what I'd use it for. Is just DMs with me friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm not playing games. I'm
you
just
can
going,
watch
hey.
shows on there.
Hey.
And then you can go into like immersive mode, I think it is. So like you can see the room that you're in plus the screen and a big keyboard in front of your face. Or you can enter like immersive mode where it gets rid of the world that you're in and then you're in like the metaverse world. So you can't see anything.
Wow.
And I'm obsessed. Like this is my new obsession. I'm far more obsessed with this than I was the Eora ring. Because it quite literally feels, it's virtual reality. You are in another fucking world. And the thing that I'm actually loving the most about it, there's a lot of fun games. Like I've downloaded all the games. Bartender Simulator. Here's me with the fucking job-related fucking games again. Bartender Simulator. I've got one where you're a bouncer at a nightclub and people are lining up and then they come up and you choose whether they get let in or not and you can like bash them. Like you can shoot them. You can shave their head. Like it's really, really fun. But the thing that I'm actually loving the most is working out in virtual reality. So there's all exercise apps. There's one game that you would really like, Matt, or anyone would like. It's called Beat Saber, and you've probably seen people playing it on TikTok, where you're like in this immersive world and all these cubes come flying at you and you have to swipe them with like a saber to the beat to the song.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like really fun. But then the 2 games that I've got that if any of you have the headset, you absolutely need to get if you want to do exercise. The first one I downloaded was Les Mills?
Yeah.
Body Combat. So again, it's like all these punching things come like flying towards you and you got to punch them out the way. I drip with sweat and there's like hundreds of exercises to choose from. But the one that I actually just downloaded is Fit XR. And it's better than Les Mills, just saying.
Okay.
It's just, I can't even explain how good it is. When you put the headset on and play it, you'll see.
Okay, you're going to have to bring it in and I
will
try it in the studio.
Because you can even like look up, I've been looking up on TikTok like Fit XR videos and it doesn't look as fun as it actually is when you're in the game. I even downloaded one that's like boxing and it's designed for fitness, but you're actually in a ring versing like a robot opponent, but it looks like a real person. And it's actually scary because they're right there in your face and it feels real. And last night I accidentally punched the wall in our house. And AJ's like, what the fuck was that? Because I was getting scared and like running away from this guy.
God.
Matt, I need to bring it in so you can do the boxing one because it's a real person. Like, it feels so real.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's my royal flush.
There's a Jurassic Park one that I'll be playing as well.
Oh, there's so many games. Like, you can get shooting games. Like, all the games you can get on like a PlayStation or Xbox, you can get and you're in the game.
Nice. You're selling me.
I even got nightclub simulator. So you're in a nightclub and you can just like go
dancing
around and you can bash people, like shoot them.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're laughing about this. I'm going, this is traumatic. Like,
I mean, it's like video games.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Grand
that's my
Theft
royal
Auto.
flush is the Meta thing, mainly for the exercising. I'm loving it. I'm doing it every day.
But also bashing people in a nightclub.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
choosing not to let them in.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that after. I've got a great therapist you could go and see. You need to sort that out because I'm a bit worried about you getting so excited
Am
about.
I not allowed to like games? I love games.
Yeah, I mean, you can love games, but there are games. I mean, play tic-tac-toe, darling. You know what I mean? Like, you being like, it's so cool, you can bash people in a nightclub. I'm like, you're listening to yourself? Well, anyway, my royal flush of the week, look, it's not that exciting to you, maybe, or to any of our scrollers. It's so exciting to me. Let me tell you. Air fryer recipes are taking over my For You page at the moment. On both Instagram and TikTok, I'm seeing a lot of air fryer recipes.
I love that.
And I love an air fryer. Remember, like, back in lockdown, I think, when lockdown first started, the air fryers went viral and there were lots of air fryer recipes on our For You pages in that time. Well, my For You page is having a resurgence, I think, because when I was on tour and I had so much time to just sit there and scroll and decompress, I would just really love the recipe videos of the air fryer recipe videos. So now it's trained my algorithm to like keep feeding me that content, like little puff pastry pizzas in the air fryer, 10-minute air fryer recipes. Anyway, I'm obsessed, and I was thinking about it actually. I cannot remember, well, I actually used the oven last night, if I'm honest. But I cannot remember the last time I used an oven.
Me too. I fucking hate ovens. We don't even have an oven where we're living right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the stove, I think I don't use that very often.
No.
You know what I love is when now food is now coming with air fryer instructions on the back. Have you noticed that? Because previously you just read the oven instructions and maybe take 2 minutes off because it's more concentrated, right?
Yep.
Just take 2 minutes off. Except the chicken. I'd always make sure the chicken went in for the time it was meant to. But now products will have an air fryer recipe on the back as well.
How the times have changed. I'll tell you what as well. AJ and I are currently renovating our house, and we have already purchased like all of our new appliances for when the kitchen's done.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're already all ordered, and we're getting a brand new oven. Ovens now are also air fryers.
Oh.
So I don't remember if we ended up getting like a Smeg oven. I think it might be Smeg, and it's a oven/air fryer. So when you put something in, you can turn it to the air fryer settings.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we won't need an air fryer anymore because it's in the oven. But then it's just got me thinking, an oven is just an air fryer but slower. Really?
Yeah, is it?
I'm like, what's the point of having an oven that has an air fryer setting? Isn't it the same fucking thing? Just one's quicker?
I don't know, if I'm honest.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to using that.
Well, I like the air fryer because you don't have to use any like oils and
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to spray everything down or put baking paper and things like that.
Yeah.
Love that. You know what I hate though? I love an air fryer. I fucking hate a slow cooker.
Oh.
I don't understand the slow cooker recipes. Get off.
Who
Get
has
off.
the time?
I don't know, but slow cookers for me, the thought of meat sitting in a slow cooker for 12 hours while I'm at work all day, first of all, gives me anxiety because you've got the appliance running at home.
Yeah, it's
That'll
gonna
burn your
the
house down. Second of all, the meat just stewing for 12 hours, like, especially when they do chicken curries and things in a slow cooker, I need that chicken seared in a pan, baked in an oven. I need to make sure that chicken, you're going to get salmonella, you know what I mean? So I'm funny about slow cookers. I don't know how slow cooker people, there are people out there who have whole TikTok accounts dedicated to slow cookers. I think to myself, you're mental.
See, the only thing I can get around a slow cooker is like a slow cooked lamb shank. Like that's where I can get around it when it's the lamb shank has been marinating in the juice all day, because then you pull it out and it literally just falls off the bone and it's so juicy and my mouth is watering. I really love lamb. I love lamb cutlets.
I don't eat lamb.
I love lamb cutlets. Fucking yes. Crumbed lamb cutlets. Give me that.
Do lamb. I'm not in any way someone who
one thing
cares
I don't
about
like-
the animals. Obviously, I eat all the meats. But for some reason, I do draw the line at lamb.
See, I draw the line at pork.
Really? So you don't have bacon?
So I eat bacon, like a
okay.
slice of bacon on a bacon and egg roll or whatever. But like pork cutlets or pork steaks, dry, fucking gross.
Yeah.
Lamb, fucking give it to me.
I'm with you on that.
With the rosemary and salt.
Well, there you go. I'm even cutting up my pizza to put in the air fryer at the moment.
AJ cooks sausages in there.
No, he's boiling them, putting them in the air fryer.
He air fried sausages.
I've done Kranskis in the air fryer.
Yeah.
They're quite nice because they go quite crispy on the
Yeah, they do.
outside.
If
You
you
get the
want it
ones with the
crispy.
cheese inside, they're melting on the
yeah,
inside. Oh, it's
nice.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm all about an air fryer. So the air fryer videos are my royal flush of the week.
Before we get on to the next topic,
Yeah.
I've got a great investment that everyone can make, but I will say it's not cheap.
Okay.
But if you want to save up and get something nice for your home, on the topic of our kitchen, I have purchased like new pots and pans and stuff for when our kitchen's done. Crumble cookware. I mean, I know it's not the best. Like, you see all these things lately. It's like you need to cook in cast iron. Like, you're supposed to cook in cast iron, not the non-stick, because the non-stick has the fucking chemicals in it and you're eating microplastics and whatever.
Oh, when aren't we? Honestly.
Anyway, I bought Crumble cookware because I've been getting their ads. They make the most beautiful pots and pans and...
Is it Selena Gomez who promotes them? Sponsored?
I don't know. It might be similar looking.
Okay.
I think this is a New Zealand brand or Australian. Stunning.
Really?
I got like the non-stick range. I know we're not supposed to fucking have non-stick. But anyway, I got like the beige colour. Like, it's all like soft pastel colours. Looks really beautiful. But the non-stick is amazing.
Okay.
And they all come with...
Found it in Melbourne.
Found it in Melbourne. There you go. And they all come with a matching wooden spoon that sits on the handle.
Cute.
So that while you're waiting, you put it in this little holder. And I just really love it. Like, I've never gotten into pots and pans in my life because I've never given a fuck. But now that I'm getting a new kitchen, I want like nice things. Usually I just have like the $20 fucking non-stick pan from Kmart that is definitely stick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I finally like invested. It was a lot of money, I will say. Like, I think I spent like $1,000 fucking dollars. But really worth it if you want to save up and get some nice pots and pans, or if you have like someone that you want to buy a special gift for that like loves homewares or whatever. Check them out. Crumbled or Crumble cookware. Highly recommend.
Okay.
And it came really fast too. So that's my little shout out to a small business.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I personally couldn't care less about cookware. I've been using the same Kmart pan for 7 years.
That was me.
And it's doing well.
And
so
it's all
that's fine.
scratched.
Yeah. All the middle's all silver.
Yeah. There's microplastics everywhere.
Oh, well, you know, there's microplastics in the air. Let's just get on with it, you know? Right, I'm going on a bit of a rant today. Got something to rant about. And so sorry, but it's about Instagram. And I'm not happy. Not happy about what's happened recently.
I think I saw this.
Look, there's been a couple of updates recently. One of them is a new update which has to do with the notes, right? We all know we have the notes that we can pop in our DMs, and it like goes to our friends, and you can write a little short note, right? What? What'd you say?
What feature is that?
Notes. Is it called notes?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, you can put music, or you can put a little note, I guess. Anyway, the point is they brought it out not long ago. Now, I love notes. I love it. I use it quite often. It's great. What I will say, though, is for anyone who uses the notes feature on Instagram, I need to say to any content creators and influencers who are...
Is it when you open your DMs and you like swipe across and the
you
notes
can see everyone
are there?
at the top saying little messages or songs, right?
Or emojis.
Yes. So the thing is, those notes only go to followers you follow back. Okay, I don't think anyone knows that, because my like notes are sometimes filled with like new reel, just posted a new TikTok, or like link for this in my stories, as if it's like talking to like their mass following, when it's just going to the people who follow them back. So I think that they don't understand, or like they'll say like, leave an emoji on my new reel. I'm going, babe, I'm not doing that. Like we know each other. Like, I'm not going to put a love heart, 3 pink love hearts on your photo. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think people realize that. So can we just clear that up and say that notes do not go to all of your following? I wish they would.
Yes.
Instagram, I wish they would, because I do like that you can change it to be either close friends or just people who follow you back. But I would love an everyone feature as well. But unfortunately, I think we would just see self-promotion there all the time.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
I love self-promotion.
Oh, same, but like tastefully, right? Because I'll get into another form of self-promotion this is half the reason I'm pissed off. So first of all, you may have seen me make a TikTok because I was gaslit into thinking that Reputation Taylor's version was coming. And Taylor Swift's Reputation era photos that she posted 349 weeks ago appeared at the top of my feed when I woke up one morning last week. And I obviously freaked out, made a TikTok about it, put it on my Instagram stories, was like, what does this mean? I thought originally she had unarchived some old posts, because the post I saw was the track list from her original album, and it said Reputation in 3 days is coming in 3 days. And I've obviously just woken up. I've seen that and I've gone, oh my God, she's announced Reputation, which is obviously the album that the most of the Swifties are waiting for.
That's her best album.
Oh, for sure. It's the album that got
so
me
I
on
hope
board.
when and if she redoes it, she does the songs a billion times better. Because those songs are already fucking great.
Yeah. And I can't wait for the new ones as well.
Yeah.
So I've obviously freaked out about that. I then found out that it had nothing to do with Taylor Swift at all. And basically Instagram had launched this new notes feature where you can now do those notes that you do in your DMs, but you can now do them on people's posts. And what it does is if I go back 2 years in your Instagram, Brittney, and I click on it and I decide to add a note to it, it will share that post to my followers' feeds who I follow back.
Right.
So here's the next clarification. I'm then seeing all of these basic bitch content creators go back to their old posts that they want a little bit more engagement on and leave a note on their own post, tragic, to then bump it back into the feed. But the thing is, it only is going to the followers who follow you back. So
This
mutual
makes
connection.
no sense, this update.
Right?
Like, what are they trying to do here?
Well, I have no idea.
So you saw this post from Taylor Swift 340 weeks ago on your feed
It was the
because
first thing.
someone you follow that follows you back put it on their notes.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Okay, so here's my biggest problem with it is now that people have now worked out how to use this feature and the self-promo aspect has gone, because I don't think that would have worked because it's only going to the people who follow you back. I think they thought that sharing the note would go to all of their followers and they get this second boost of engagement, but that's obviously not going to happen. So now what I'm getting in my feed is people are using the notes feature, which I'm sure Instagram is really happy about. The problem is my feed is now full of people and things that I don't follow and I don't follow for a reason. For example, I'm going to throw Billie Eilish out there. Love her, love some of her music, not the biggest fan. I don't follow Billie Eilish on Instagram. Nil interest in my opinion, right? Tell me why someone I follow is a huge Billie Eilish fan and has been adding notes to all of Billie Eilish's posts. So now my feed is flooded with Billie Eilish. I mean, nothing against her.
This makes no sense to me.
I don't care, but she's just the example that I'm using. Now take that and apply it to all of these celebrities that all of these people who I follow are adding notes to. My feed is now full of people who I don't follow, which I'm already snoozing the suggested content that keeps popping up, because you can snooze that for 30 days at a time. So I often snooze that when that comes up. I feel like, where the fuck are the people that I follow on Instagram? They're not on my feed because it's full of everyone else's posts.
They must just be testing out something new with their
I feel
algorithm.
Instagram is doing everything but what we want them to.
Yeah, I just noticed as well yesterday, you know how we have our broadcast channels on our Instagrams? And if you don't know what that is, you should join both of our broadcast channels.
Yeah,
it's where we
sure.
can DM you just directly.
Mine's been lacking lately, but
Yeah.
Brittney's goes off.
I forget about it for a bit and then I hit it hard. I was posting in there last night and I noticed down the bottom, you can now go live in your broadcast channel.
Oh, that's fun.
So when I go into my Cash Grabbers one, there's a little button down the bottom that says go live.
Nice.
How cool is that? So you can go live to a private audience.
Yes, you can also now go live to your close friends only,
That's pretty cool.
which I did and no one joined. So I won't be doing that again.
What time was it?
I don't know. But yeah, look, I love Instagram. Out of all the apps that we have, Instagram is by far my favorite. I love it. I feel like it's also
We
where
have a
I'm...
connection to it.
Yeah, I also feel like it's where I'm most myself as well. And I really love connecting with my audience on Instagram. Instagram is great. I love Instagram.
Instagram stories. I'll never let go of it.
What?
I'll never let go of my attachment to Instagram stories.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I'm also like, what the fuck are you doing? Can we please just get it back to the people who
Get it back to the chronological fucking feed of the people we follow.
They have now. You can set your feed
yep.
to that, but each time you close the app, it resets back to the default, which is just fuckery. I'm like, I just want to be able to select chronological order and keep it that way forever. Because I think the thing is we use apps very differently. And I don't understand why they won't listen to the entire world that is saying we want chronological order. Because I feel like them changing the algorithm to serve us the content they think we want. First of all, it's not what we want. That's why I keep snoozing the fucking suggestions. And also, I'm now pissed off about seeing Billie Eilish in my feed when I don't follow her. I think Instagram has to step away from trying to be TikTok and keep up with TikTok. Be your own thing that we need, because you can't just copy or do what, TikTok for me, I love the fact that I get random shit on my feed because that is what I want from that app. I do not want that from Instagram. Yeah. I want Instagram to be Instagram and be good at it.
They need to bring back photos. Like one thing that I'm trying to do, like I just started last week, is post more photos to my Instagram, like carousels of just random shit.
Yes.
Just like for myself to kind of look back on, and it's cool to like show, I guess, different things in your life rather than making a whole reel. And I would love Instagram to be more about photos again.
Yeah.
Because we just forget to take photos now because it's all about fucking videos of everything.
Yeah. And I still love a photo dump, but I think it serves a different purpose.
Yeah.
So I know when I post a photo dump, it's going to get less engagement. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
it's
not
not
many
going to
people are
get
going to
any
see it.
new
I think
followers.
I also like want to post it for myself and my own memories.
But it's good for community building as well. Do you know what I mean? Like I post my photo dumps for my followers who I know are engaged and will enjoy that. Whereas there are a lot of people who won't enjoy that, but it doesn't really bother me. I kind of try and use all of the features across Instagram because I get it. And as I said, I love Instagram. Like I love doing all the things they have, the broadcast channel, even if it takes me a while to get on board. I remember when Instagram stories first came out, I said, nah, they're just copying Snapchat. I'll never leave Snapchat. And now look at what's happened. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I just want my Instagram feed to be the people that I follow and not randoms. And look, I could complain about TikTok as well. No creator fund. Here's the thing I have to say. The media literacy, is that what you call it, around the conversations that I'm seeing on TikTok at the moment, particularly surrounding how much people make from TikTok, is really mind-blowing because as an Australian, it's so inaccurate. So I'll see like maybe American or UK content creators, I think, post a video where they go, hey everyone, like today I made $300 from the creator fund, and like last week I made $5,000 off this viral video and things like that. It just makes no sense to me. Why? And for anyone listening, if you don't know what the creator fund is, on TikTok in like America and UK and stuff, you get paid for the amount of people that see your videos the same way that we used to get paid for our YouTube videos because of the ads. Like it's all got to do with the ads. Yeah.
So TikTokers in the UK and America and stuff, they're getting paid for every single video. Mind you, it might be fucking $5 for this one and $500 for that one, but they're getting paid because there's ads running in between all of the things.
Yes.
It just doesn't exist in Australia.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. Like, not that I give a fuck about getting paid for TikToks, but it makes no sense why it is like that in other countries, but just simply not in Australia. Like in Australia, you get paid from YouTube because of the ads.
Yeah.
It's the same as everywhere else. Why is it not in Australia?
But what I'm trying to say is the amount of ads that are now on my TikTok, yet we don't have a creator fund in Australia, is mind-boggling. It's now even, I will finish watching a TikTok and an ad plays at the end and I can't skip it. Yes. I'm like, what is going on here?
It makes no sense.
I'd be happy with that if you were chucking me a little bit of bob down, like chuck me a couple dollars. And I did the maths, like looking at one of these American girls that I follow who she did like a little expose on how much she's made. Honey, with the amount of views I've had in the last 3 months, I would have made around $30,000 Australian. If what she was saying was true, compared to the videos, I had a really good couple months here on TikTok. I would just say the videos have been popping off. I've really been hitting the clit over there, and I would have made that much money, but we don't have a creator fund. And so the annoying thing is TikTok, what are you doing serving me an ad after every third video, and when you log on, and in between videos, and at the end of videos, and when you go on someone's profile now and scroll through their videos, there's ads in the middle as well. I'm like, get your ratty little ads off my videos.
Has TikTok Australia ever
unless
said...
you're going to pay me.
Have they ever said why there's no, like, creator fund, but there is in other countries?
No, but they've been a bit wishy-washy when I've asked them directly, and they've said, oh, it's coming. Well, bitch, where is it? Come on. Step your pussies up. Let's get some coin. Because what's annoying though is like when there's that girl that did that kind of thirst trappy video in the car in Melbourne.
Leah Holton.
Whatever that song is. What's her name?
Leah Holton.
Sure. So people made videos about her going, wow, she's made $90,000 from that video because it got millions and millions and millions of views and was super, super viral. Well, no, she's in Australia. She didn't get a cent, baby. So people are just making up all this stuff saying, oh, look at all this money that everyone's making. I'm like, well, not here in Australia, love.
She got nothing.
So I'm a bit over that. Because I understand not having a creator fund. I'm not expecting one. I don't really care if other countries have it and we don't. But get your ads off my videos. Stop making us all watch the ads if you're not going to cut us our checks, darling. And Instagram, serve us what we want and just do your own thing. And I would love Instagram to just come up with something. Like, I understand that they have to compete with TikTok. I personally, in my opinion, don't think Instagram's going anywhere. My engagement is better than ever on Instagram. Thousands and thousands more people are watching my stories than usual. Millions more reach. My reels go viral all the time. I'm getting new followers every day. The Instagram account is thriving. My engagement's through the roof. I'm very happy with all of that. My thing is, I don't think Instagram's going anywhere, but I would love for them to come up with their own thing.
A new thing.
That makes us go, oh my God, we all want to use this app because of this thing. And sorry, I don't have any ideas for you.
We'll try and think of something.
But, like, did we really need the notes thing?
No.
Sorry, I said I was going on a rant. I've spoken so much.
You're really passionate about this.
Bad, and I know two of my lovely, lovely contacts at Instagram are fans of High Scrollers and listen to the podcast. I love you, and I'm sure I'll get a text from both of you about this. But if you want me to write a formal email that you can take to Meta HQ, let me know, because I'm happy to put my thoughts down in words, my darlings. But anyway, I love Instagram, but Jesus, get Billie Eilish off my feed. Anyway, you want to say your line?
Another episode done and dusted.
There you go, my darlings. Thanks for listening, scrollers. Don't forget, we upload every Tuesday and we have Close Friends on Fridays. We had a really fun Close Friends last week about one of Brittney's neighbours.
Make sure to listen to Close Friends if you don't.
Because you're only getting half the story if you only listen to the main episode.
And comment pine cones on our most recent posts.
No, you don't reckon we find a new comment to do?
Okay, what comment should they do this week? Because I'm still sometimes getting pine cones from like weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And I love that I posted something the other day and you just wrote pine cones. Okay,
that's probably why my engagement's so high, actually. It's all the scrollers coming over.
Well, if you've listened this far, let's do another game. What should they comment? On our most recent...
Can we make it a bit more challenging? Because this will get the this will weed out the weaklings of our scrollers. So this time we need to it to be an inside joke. So instead of just writing like pine cones, they need to like come onto our photos or our most recent post and say, I can't believe you did this. I'm shocked. I'm unfollowing, or something along the lines of that.
Cause some drama.
Pretend we've been cancelled and be like, I've never been more disappointed in you as a scroller. But you have to include the word scroller in your comments somewhere.
I love it.
So we know that it's from you, because there might be some people who are actually
that's your
pissed off.
challenge for everyone that's listened right through to the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
Go and leave comments on both of our recent posts. You're appalled at us.
You're disgusted. You can't.
So I'm unfollowing after all these years and listening to scrollers.
Yes.
I can't believe you. And I want to see if anyone comments back to any of you being like, what the fuck has happened?
Yes.
Okay, make sure you do it, please.
This is so exciting. I'm sitting here so excited, ready to see what happens. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, leave us 5 stars. Leave us a review. Don't forget, tell a friend to join the High Scrollers Club. It's very exclusive here, but anyone can join. Anyway, Dal, I better let you go. It's the hotel knocking on my door again. Fucking hell.